done with.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition?
I'm here.
Bone face.
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself, you.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you can do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, but the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Oh, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
God.
My nigga.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not, no.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I got a question for you. Do you have car insurance?
100%. No reason.
All right. Do you have homeowners insurance?
100%.
Do you have life insurance?
100%.
Do you have medical insurance?
100%.
Did you get tired of your insurance agent talking about the possibilities of you losing your life and being rewarded? Hold on for a second. I know, but don't be a but person. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You have insurances. Although it's a very uncomfortable situation, and life insurance people who sell it tend to be scumbags. They tend to be looked at as scumbags, like, I don't want to have this conversation about me dying, but you surely will die. So you better have the conversation. The reality is, yes, it's a very tough conversation. I have to spend a lot of time talking about it. It's very difficult. However, there needs to be some insurance, and there's no insurance, and so we must talk about it.
He ain't lying.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, "Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you." She said, "Okay, I think I can take it." So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Hey, man, I come from a long line of dope runners. Posted up on the crest, nigga, bricks and pound, homie. Yeah, you can see me all day.
Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. My check 1 2 1 2. My check 1 2. What is this? What's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning into another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Yeah, some of this Cali West late night shit. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in, If not, I understand. Shout out to the replay gang. You already know. So I got to go give a little shout out to everyone in the chat. We got XL Pro. He says, Righteous Fear up. He says, like, share, and subscribe. He says, $ Cali West 1. Salute. J Flow comes through. He says, salute Cali West, XL Pro, and the Chizat Jam City. Jimmy Davis come through. He says, it's important to ask women their preferences. So many women, there's such a preference makes or breaks a relationship. And you know what? Jimmy Davis, we bring up a good point. What I like to do is I like to ask questions, open-ended questions and stuff like that. Because here's the thing. If you just say to a woman, do you like white men? She might tell you no. But if you rephrase the question and ask her, have you dated a white man? You'd be so surprised what she might say, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, sometimes you just gotta let them talk and let them bury themselves, G.
Emotional damage.
A man supporting man comes through. He says, salute Cali West and everyone in the chat. I appreciate you. And I really appreciate y'all tuning in on this Tuesday. Sometimes I don't always come in on a Tuesday, but your boy in the building. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And Jimmy Davis says, right on. For all the new anyone tuning in, whether you're in the chat or not, or just ninja watching, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, I've been eating those chicken sandwiches. $ Cali West 1 on Cash App. All right, so I ain't gonna hold y'all up all night. You feel me? I don't even know if I'm even gonna stay on that long. But we all gonna know I gotta sing my song. Now, of course, the question tonight is: do black women want black love, or do they secretly desire white men over black men? And my synopsis about that is, okay, I do believe that there are some sisters who do prefer a black man. I do believe that. But I'll say this much. I do believe that, black women are equal opportunity, equal opportunists just like anyone else. I truly believe that, most black women will probably deny, that they'll date a white man because they might have already done it and without success. You feel me? They don't want to be looked at as, sellouts, even though the black community does give black women a lot of leeway when it comes to interracial dating. Even Dr. Umar, he more focuses on the men, especially successful black men. When in reality, successful black men marrying black women is not what will fix the family dynamics anyway, because those same famous and successful black men could still be taken to the cleaners, just like a black man who would be taken to the cleaners if he was going to put on child support, on a regular $50,000 paycheck, right? So yeah, I truly, Jimmy Davis's facts. I truly believe that, I also do believe that there's a certain, sector of black women who truly, if it was their choice, if money was not an object, they would still date a white man. I do believe that there are some black women who, the white man could be a bottom shelf Brad. He doesn't have to be Brad Pitt. He doesn't have to have a lot of money. Just the fact that he's a white man and, versus a regular black man at the same level, but, of course he's black. She will probably still opt to go date the white man anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? Yo, argue with me if we disagree, but hey.
Emotional damage.
It's the truth. There is a desire. We've seen it plenty of times, whether you're from the hood or live in the suburbs. You don't see a black woman date a white man who she probably wouldn't date the black version of that same white man. Or, for example, like, come on now, let's just be real. We done seen that shit in high school, college, and all shit. Maybe even as full-grown adults, where maybe a black woman only deals with a certain type of hood type of dude, or maybe a flashy type of dude, but she ends up with some white guy. Kind of like, for example, prime example is Cassie and P. Diddy. Cassie and P. Diddy, even though she's only half black, right? Cassie and Diddy is a prime example of that, right? Because let's just be real. I kind of feel like a white woman who only exclusively date black men, or any non-black woman who only dates white men, who only dates black men, they're essentially on that black shit anyway. And when I say on black shit, I mean they probably talk black, they probably hang out with black homegirls, they probably delve into the black culture, right? See, now with that being said, Cassie is one of those type of chicks. She's one. She might look like she's just only like Filipino, but she is half black. But she kind of more is into the black side, right? Because mind you, she was dating some record producer. I forgot what his name is before Diddy. When she actually monkey branched from the black producer to P. Diddy, because that was P. Diddy's homeboy. And now she's married to this white exercise trainer. That is not even remotely close to producing a music producing black man. So with that being said, and then you think she would have been just happy that this white man married her? No, she's still so jealous of her P. Diddy that she even went to the point to not only sue P. Diddy, but to even work with the government to even get his ass locked the fuck up, bro.
Emotional damage.
See, the thing is, what she was trying to do was she was trying to do her best to, mend her broken heart. But guess what? Dating a white man could not mend this broken heart, especially when she's seen, what's her name? Young Miami, when she, Carisha getting treated, nice and, getting lavish gifts and stuff and bragging on TV. But even she, look, at the end of the day, because guess what? She could have went and got with a broke black dude. But guess what? She didn't go with a broke black dude because she kind of felt like the best way for her to make me feel good about herself was to go with a white man. So, and what's ironic about the whole little Diddy situation too is the fact that Cassie, essentially, from what I'm being told, she even requested to even get the showers on. But that's a whole nother story. And that's a whole nother story. But at any rate, so, I don't know if y'all caught my show last night, but last night I was, I went into a little bit of the Cam Newton and what's that chick's name? K. Michelle situation. And they brought up interracial relationships. I'm gonna show this clip for y'all. Check it.
Dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
I've always told my sisters to go where they are loved. And I've always told black women to be open to dating, even outside of their race. I love black love, and I would like that. But to see my African-American women sitting around waiting on a black man as he chooses whoever he wants to choose, I want black men to do, if they were a black woman, to build a black family. I'm not the girl that sits up there and looks at the black man when he date a white woman or date someone and say, "Ooh, you can't do that." White men love me. Like, white men love me. And that is just...
Once you go black.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
You do?
I swear on everything.
Tell me why you love that for me. Come on, friend.
I'm an opponent of happy. Don't tell me you married.
I'm not.
If you can't tell me that you're happily married. Don't tell me you're in a relationship.
Oh, but they gonna tell you they married. I've been married, but you are miserable.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Frost Bistro. It reminds me of the Rashida and Kirk situation. They've been married for forever and they are miserable. That is horrible. And I just remember her yelling out saying, "You'll never be married." Well, not today.
She can say whatever she wants about Rashida and old boy. Because, yo, at least they're married. And guess what? Being married is not always about being happy. Yo, look at this chick right here, bro. Look at this chick right here. Does this look happy to y'all?
Nope.
Yo, she ain't fooling me, y'all. There's nothing happy about this chick. And if white men love her so much, then why is it that she said that she's with a Spanish guy or a Latin guy, huh?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
See, the truth is, white men love to clap her cheeks because she's a good-looking chick. They like to clap her cheeks. Yeah, they probably think it's all cute when she tries to speak try to speak proper and try to, speak sophisticated. But, yo, all she is the wench in their bed, bro. Yo.
But shh, don't tell nobody.
It is what it is. Now, I want to review another video where, actually, I'll show this video real quick. I'm telling y'all, see, here's the thing. The reason why most black women are not successful dating white men, let me explain why. It's because it has to do with your type. The fact that at one point in time, a lot of these divestors types were black men. But, once they couldn't get the type of black men they wanted, they said, all right, you know what? I'm just going to completely just date white guys. Instead of just saying, okay, you know what? I'll date a different type of black guy or I'll date a different type of guy, period. No, they just go to one extreme to the next. You dig? Now, with that being said, here goes the sisters actually proving my point. Here we go.
Get you a Mexican, get you a Jamaican, get you a Haitian, anything but a black man. And if you want a white guy, if it ain't white, he ain't right. All the black men were so offended. I'm stamping it. That's how I felt.
Your boyfriend, he's over
him
here.
right there.
He heard this video and said, "Nah, I'm good because I'm not black."
My man said that Jamaicans aren't black.
Is that that's the conclusion you came up with?
Yeah, at first I said I'm not black because I'm Jamaican.
People don't understand when we say we're black. Then people are, oh, we all black. And then we got people in the diaspora that separate themselves and be like, they black. I'm not black, because they understand black means black American.
And Jamaicans get accused of the same shit. Cheating. So how y'all separate yourself?
Well, you know what? See, they're going into a whole nother discussion, which I'm not going to dive into today. Maybe another night. But you see how black American sisters are not even dedicated to other black American men? Now, what's ironic is, What's ironic is that same chick, she hasn't dated all types of black men. She hasn't dated a computer tech black man or general labor black man. Trust me, she probably only dates a certain type of black man. You feel me? And when those dudes, her type of black man has hoes, and and black women have a tendency to want to be the only woman, which is really goofy because it's like an oxymoron. Y'all want a dude who could get all types of hoes, but you don't expect them to exercise that option. Like, who does that? Black women. I mean, you would think that they'll just, well, you gotta understand too, with sisters, they're conflicted with themselves because it's like they want a certain type of dude, right, who gets hoes, but then they'll drive themselves crazy when they see that man getting those hoes and he chooses to continue getting those hoes. But they really want the fantasy. They really want to win a man over. They really want their one and only. They want their forever guy. Boy.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Here we go. Oh, yeah, I got some more for y'all. I played this yesterday. See, now, you know, when you hear what young women say, you know they got this from somewhere. And more than likely, they got it from their parents. Check this out.
Whenever white girls are with black dudes, that pisses me off.
Because why are you with her and not with me?
Literally, like, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, what do you think about interracial relationships?
It's okay for like a black girl to mess with a white guy, but not the same thing for a black guy to mess with a white girl.
Hey, how do you feel about interracial relationships?
White women, if they date a black man, dead wrong. But if a black woman find her a rich white man, right on, sister. Black power.
What do you think about interracial relationships?
I think that black men should be with black women. I don't see why you wouldn't want to be.
Hey, what's your unpopular opinion?
Black men belong with black women.
Hey, what's your unpopular opinion?
All of the men who are snow bunnies, they have mommy issues.
Why do you say that?
Because, like, why are half the men here snow bunnies? Like, go back to your roots. Your mom's black. Your sister's black. Like, your mother is a black woman. So for you not to like black women, there's nothing wrong right there. You were surrounded by black women, your aunties, your mommies.
When black girls do,
your mother is a black woman. They have mommy issues.
Why do you say that?
Belong with black women.
Black women find her a rich.
Hold up. I got to rewind that real quick. Because if I'm not mistaken, the same chick who was talking about, you know, a black man or a black woman with a white man could date a rich white man, black power. Isn't she the same one who's talking about, oh, a black man shouldn't date her because he got a black mama? Bitch, don't you have a black father?
White man, right on, sister. Black power.
What do you think about interracial relationships?
I think that.
My apologies. I was wrong. That was a completely different type of chick. Let's continue.
Black men should be with black women. I don't see why you wouldn't want to be.
Hey, what's your unpopular opinion?
Black men belong with black women.
Hey, what's your unpopular opinion?
All of the men who are snow bunnies, they have mommy issues.
Why do you say that?
Because, like, why are half the men here snow bunnies? Like, go back to your roots. Your mom's black. Your sister's black. Like, your mother is a black woman. So for you not to like black women, there's nothing wrong right there. You were surrounded by black women, your aunties, your mommies.
when black girls do it because they genuinely like them, and I feel like when black boys do it, it's just because they comparing them to black people.
That's the disconnect. You want easy hits, just say that.
When black girls mess with white guys, it's because, like, oh, they like a nice guy, this and this. But whenever it's a white girl, oh, I like snow bunnies, like, it's a fetish. But when black girls like white boys, it's genuine.
That part.
What's your unpopular opinion?
White men are better than black men.
Why do you say that?
They ain't all that. The white boys do it the best.
White men are trash.
Why do you say that?
They're just trash. They ain't shit.
Hey, what's something that you want to see happen but you know it won't?
White women fetishizing black men because it's not cute and it's everywhere. Everywhere you look. Rabbit catcher, snow bunny.
Hey, what's your unpopular opinion?
Snow bunnies are weird. The way they fetishize black men is very disturbing to me. Cut it out immediately.
Hey, what's your unpopular opinion?
People should mind their business about interracial dating. Why do you care who I date? Why do you care about their race? It doesn't matter. No one's gonna do it better. He doesn't want you anyway.
Ooh. Yo. Let a white woman be the one to tell the truth to these sisters.
Hey, what's your unpopular opinion?
People should mind their business about interracial dating. Why do you care who I date? Why do you care about their race? It doesn't matter. No one's gonna do it better. He doesn't want you anyway.
Emotional damage.
Ooh. You hear that, sis? He didn't want you anyway. Flo says racist as hell. Yo, you know what's crazy? You will hear a lot of black women complain about racism, but they're just as racist as, look, here's the thing. There's no one more racist than white men and black women. White men and black women are equally as racist. Straight up and down, bruh. They're equally as racist. Believe me. J. Flo says racist as hell. Then J. Flo says speaking the King's English. Interesting, right? Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of ignorant, dumb hoes coming from the UK. And here's the thing: the UK is very multicultural. The UK is like essentially like the United States. So yes, so they could have their UK citizens still be talking about, you know, saying some crazy shit about white people, or crazy shit about other white people, or crazy saying shit about black people. Yeah, I was really a little surprised. Because I'm like, didn't you come out of a white man?
White men are better than black men.
All right, why you say that?
They ain't all that. The white boys do it the best.
White men are trash.
All right, why you say that?
They're just trash. They ain't shit.
Hey, what's something that you want to see happen, but you know it won't?
White women fetishizing black men.
Oh, so it wasn't the white bread who was with the UK accent. It was one of the sisters. Interesting.
It's not cute and it's everywhere. Everywhere you look. Rabbit catcher, snow bunny.
Hey, what's your unpopular opinion?
Snow bunnies are weird. The way they fetishize black men is very disturbing to me. Cut it out immediately.
What's your unpopular opinion?
People should mind their business about interracial dating. Why do you care who I date? Why do you care about their race? It doesn't matter. No one's going to do it better. He doesn't want you anyways.
Cowboy Traveler 79 Smith comes to and says, "Howdy, Cali West in chat. Sorry I'm late. Thank you for tuning in, my G." But little Snowflake was telling the truth, and it helps that it doesn't it definitely helps the fact that she's kind of cute too. Little small soul.
Immediately.
What's your unpopular opinion?
People should mind their business about interracial dating. Why do you care who I date? Why do you care about their race? It doesn't matter. No one's going to do it better. He doesn't want you anyways.
Facts. She dropped the bombs on them hoes. And J Flo says, "A white girl speaking drag throws me off." Right. It was like such a beautiful white woman. And then you want to be talking like straight ninja. I don't know. I just don't think it's attractive for a woman to curse either.
They ain't all that. The white boys do it the best.
White men are trash.
All right, why you say that?
They're just trash. They ain't shit.
Hey, what's...
They ain't shit. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, she definitely got blacked. Usually when we talk about white girls, we don't want those type of white girls. We want a white girl who's like, "Hey, I'm white, but I kind of want to date an African American." We deal with a white woman who already deal with ninjas. They're just a different vibe. Trust me. I mean, I'm not saying I haven't dealt with any white woman. I guess I don't know. I guess you wouldn't call them an Oreo, a blondie, or something like that. White girls who are black on the inside. But I mean, don't wrong. It's still fun when you see your dark skin coming out their white skin. But when they talk drag, yeah, it is definitely it's not the same. You don't have the same bragging rights. It's like CJ Flo, we're about the same age. It's like back in the day. It's like okay. It's like if you came over my house, right? And like you see me have a Jag, right? I had this 2022, 2023 Jag. You're like, "Damn, Callie, shit, you just bought damn, bro, like you just bought a brand new Jag. Like, how do you have all this money to come over this brand new Jag, right?" And I was like, "Oh man, my boy got in the auction, but the motor blew. I got a Chevy Camaro engine in it." You can be like, I mean, yeah, if you know about horsepower, you might be like, okay, well, the Chevy Camaro engine is good enough for that car, maybe even a slightly little fast enough, but it don't have it's not the same thing. It's like the Jaguar's not even a Jaguar anymore. Now this Jaguar, this luxury European car, is now essentially it's just a fancy fucking Camaro, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same, right? Like, it's not the same. Like, there's no way I could try to sell it to you for the same price as, if it had the original engine, if that makes sense. You feel me? J Flo says, "I rock you with the T-top." And I ain't going too far with this, but what my whole point is that, yes, dating a white woman who is like a black woman, it's not the same. It's not the same. Like, you feel me? Because at that point, even your relationship in that situation is not even unique anymore. Because trust me, at this point, she could just replace you with another ninja if that's all she's into. You know what I'm saying? If her only requirement is, I mean, I guess like it happened too with a Lily White chick too at the same time. So, hey, here's the thing, like, hey, fellas, just enjoy them hoes how they is. Look, if you get if you end up getting a quote unquote mud shark and she's white but she talks rag, just tell her to shut the fuck up. Pay her enough money to shut up, smash, and keep her going until you can afford a snow bunny who doesn't sneak drag. Sheesh.
Some of y'all say he go too hard. It ain't that bad. Oh, yes, it is. Now you see. You have cooned so bad that they damn near need to put your face in the dictionary next to the word coon.
I'm going to hospitalize you coons because I care about you. The Dr. Papa Mental Health Hospital for Coons.
Oh, I was trying to put something else on, but it didn't come on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Ooh, where's it at? Now, this video I'm going to show y'all. I personally kind of feel like it's a skit, but to some degree, it almost kind of, look, I don't know. This might be a skit. But for some reason, like the people in the skit, it gives me the vibe that it's not a skit. You know what I'm saying? Because it almost, the people in this video, they're so unique that I don't even think they're actors, bro. I truly don't even believe they're actors. Check this out. And y'all tell me what y'all believe. Hey, yo, you know what? Shout out to the sleazeball, though. Shout out to the sleazeball, because I like his response. Hey, he said, I have my cake. He said, I wanted my cake and ate it, both of them. Yo, real talk. Look at it. Look at his face. Look at his face, bruh. This ain't no skit, bruh. This shit was for real, bruh. Yo, this shit was for real, bruh. Hey, me, I don't know. I probably would have been like, run! Go! Get to the chopper! Yo, he stayed in the paint, bruh. He didn't skate, bruh. He stayed in the paint, bruh. Salute to him, bruh. Yo. Well, I know what's funny. Not only is he going to stay with his wife, but he's going to fuck that black bitch again. Oh, she going to get fucked again. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. That's what's funny. JJ Dude says some people think life is a game and the Bible is a fairy tale until it's too late. Well, biblical prophecy is being fulfilled before our very eyes. Yet females and simps are still in stupor. I think you also mentioned something else too, JJ Diesel. I think you said, you said, hey, well, everyone, especially the women, should read chapter 13 of Isaiah. Yeah, man, these chicks is insane, bro. And you know what's so funny too? Now this same chick, now mind you, let's just say one of y'all would have matched on with her on Bumble or Plenty of Stale Fish, right? You think she would have let on a date with you on the bus? Because if he's on the bus, that means he met her on the bus route. He got her number. And if I looked up off the bus. So go figure, even though this white man is like pushing, he's at least in his 50s, pushing towards his 60s on a bus. His woman looked just as old, right? But guess what? He had this little 45-year-old chick that he's black chick who he was busting down. And guess what? All he had to do was be white. See this. If a brother tried to holler at her on the bus, she probably wouldn't even talk to him. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm telling you, hey, sometimes all you gotta do is just be white. You know what I'm saying? For them sisters. You feel me? Because, now Supreme B said, avoid her ass, go Panthers. That. Mm-hmm. No, I agree, but hey, shit, the way he'll look at it is, there's grass on the infield, he gonna play ball. And well, she literally showed why we should avoid chicks like her. Because I don't know. Well, here's the thing, women, they very, she could all have another dude on the side, but the fact that he played her, they're gonna be all fire and brimstone, bro. What can we say? Woman or woman. Now, here's a brother who's admitted to cheating in court. Check this out.
I'm here and she's accusing me of all the cheating and stuff. It's just that the reason that I'm here and she's accusing me of all the cheating and stuff, it's just that, like, the statistics in the United States, do you know that there's 16 women to every man? So it kind of makes me a victim by default. And then, I just kind of like to keep my options open because I was always told to keep my options open.
So you're saying you're a victim of the stats?
I'm a victim of the stats.
But she said there are 30. So according to you, you're beating the odds.
Well, somebody else is out there slipping, so it adds more onto my plate. And that's why I say it makes me a victim.
I don't like how you framed it, bro. Just be what it is. Just be like, look, man, me and this chick got married, but there was no expectation that I was only gonna be with one woman. I mean, even if you tell a woman that, she's gonna try to change it anyway. But for anyone who wants to be in a regular relationship, that's why I'm not in a relationship now. Any chick who really wants to be with me, she gonna have to accept the fact that I got other hoes. She has to accept that I got other hoes. Yo, what did that cop say to Malcolm about Malcolm X? A black man, a black man shouldn't have all that power. Well, guess what? One woman shouldn't have all that power. One woman should not have the right to tell me when and where I'm gonna get her motherfucking boom boom. Fuck that, bro.
Nope.
I'm not even gonna put myself through that. Not at 45 years old. Shit, be this. If I want to go and fuck a white bitch, right? I'm gonna go fuck a white bitch. If I want to go fuck another black chick, I'm gonna fuck another black chick. If if my girl don't want to give me no pussy, and I feel like fucking beat my shit off, I'm gonna beat my shit the fuck off in front of her. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Really him. You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
Matter of fact, I wouldn't even give her that satisfaction. I send her ass home and just have another bitch come over and fucking replace her. Or send her ass the fuck home and beat my shit like it stole something. But, you know what I'm saying? You about to take on no motherfucking space, man. Mr. O with the info comes through. Salute, G. Yo, I seen you was on, G, but I was actually coming on myself. That's why I didn't get a chance to come through. But salute to Mr. O with the info. Now, Naughty Alien USA says, I'm Miss International here as far as DNA, and I've never, ever seen myself with a white man. Nope. And the feeling is mutual because they don't like me either. Out here trying to deport my ass. Damn, Naughty Alien. I would love to see how you look. You know what I'm saying? Especially the fact that you say that you're like, mixed nationality. But I hear you. I mean, look, I truly believe that there's no black woman who would not date a white man. I just can't believe that it just has to be in the right circumstance. It's like, okay, most black women probably wouldn't see themselves dating a white man because most white men might not be her type. But, you know what I'm saying, let Justin Timberlake, you might not like Justin Timberlake, but I'm not a dude. I'm not a judger of dudes. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it would be if it was, what's that dude? The dude who Taylor Swift was dating. How can I forget his name? But like the dude who Taylor Swift was dating, sister was liking him when he was dating black women. So, I mean, so just because maybe you won't per se, doesn't mean that you don't know any homegirls who happen. JJD says Asha and Harless. And then JJD says World War III, Armageddon is the same war. War one is secular and one is biblical. Well, it's been in progress for a while now, but has escalated as of Thursday last week. These reprobates are lost causes. They're idiots. Supreme Beast says, Callie, you too real and too raw with that. All right, I just try to keep it. I just try to keep it a buck as much as possible, man. You feel me? I think that's why y'all fuck with me. I keep it real with me. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know what I mean? Now, JJ Dita says, I respect her for that, but I agree with you. Hey, salute, G, salute. You dig? Now, as a matter of fact, see, here's the thing. The truth is that most black men are not getting married for multiple reasons anyway. Truth is, I truly believe there's one reason why black men don't get married anyway, because we don't really want a woman to control our here's the thing. It's funny that they say my body's my choice until it's a black man's body, right? He's supposed to be the one to take all his money and work till his bones are tired for the family and all that, right? And he ain't supposed to want no other women, even though he's biologically built to be with multiple women. With that being said, let's go to the next clip.
120 million sperm cells for one main purpose. Biologically, sex is designed for one main purpose, procreation. Anything else, that's extra. The female reproductive cycle comes around once a month. For a man, it's every day. For each sexual act, the woman's one egg is matched by the man's 120 million sperm cells. Now let's do some calculation. 120 million sperm cells a day, every day, as opposed to one egg a month, every month, means, assuming all the cells are viable, that it will take only 30 men to impregnate all the women in the world. This points to one clear fact. A man is, by nature, polygamous. Monogamy and fidelity are unnatural situations promulgated by religious beliefs and social pressures. Take those away, every man would cheat. It's simply biological. Now let's look at the extra. It's a known fact that women, for the most part, are more emotional than men. So it's natural that after a sexual encounter, she'll be attached. But because a man is visual and logical in nature, there's no emotion involved. For him, it's just a physical release that's got nothing to do with love. A man loves his woman by protecting and providing for her. Period. It's really quite simple. For a man, the physical and the emotional, two separate entities. Thank you.
I must say, I'm not just necessarily agreeing with her just because it sounds good sexually, but from a biological standpoint, especially the fact that black women love to share men anyway, they love to compete against men anyway. You'll think that, black women like being with a man who has hoes. Why don't she just be a sister wife? No. Unfortunately, the feminist part, here's the thing. Let's just be honest with y'all. Feminism is ingrained in black women. It is. That we can say a lot about black men, but we ain't here to talk about black men. If y'all want to hear about black men, go to Shira 7 or something. Now, with that being said, with black women, they truly don't really know what they want, and they don't understand what they really want, because any man who gets hoes is going to have other hoes and is going to exercise that. Yes, when he gets older, he might slow down and maybe it's not that much of a big deal anymore. But, saying, hey, it's like having a fast sports car. You might not speed all the time, but every now and then, you're going to want to push metal. You're going to push, pedal to the metal. Now, Jay Flo says marriage is a bad deal. You lose all the leverage and give up your options. You sure do. You sure do. Trust me, I seen it happen to people who I knew was married. Even though I never been married, J Flo, I definitely could see how it is. You feel me? Especially when you have the legal state contract, backing her up. Shit is crazy, man. Shit is crazy. I'm glad that men like you come out here and tell the truth. People like you and Coach Greg Adams come out here and tell the truth about marriage. You feel me? But I gotta salute, the men who are married and it is working out. I tip my hat off to you guys, So obviously, you're doing something right. So salute to J Flo, bro. JJ Diesel says feminists can't compete with or compare to free will or freedom of choice. They can't compete with World War III Armageddon. They can't keep happy families, let alone save the whole world. Facts. J Flow says 7 men one day at a time. That, and also too, you know, iron sharpens iron, man. The reason why, you know, we stay on point is that, you know, us men, we come up here and we have these discussions, man. For me, this is actually just therapy, you know what I'm saying? This is not just my job. You know, this is actually, you know, or should I say, this is not just my part-time job, you know, but this is definitely my therapy too. Like, I actually, even though this is hard work, I truly do have fun in this. You feel me? So, you know, I'm just trying to make sure I can get some chicken sandwiches while I'm at it. You dig? Man, support man says 100. What else I got for y'all? I'm trying to stay along the lines of this interracial stuff, but we're gonna talk about the studies real quick.
Only in the bathroom right here. You can use my room. Okay. Be comfortable. Come out when you're ready.
All right. Thank you. Hey, can you give me a towel?
Yeah, I got you.
Shit. Hey, Bruce, you good?
Huh?
Are you straight, nigga?
Oh yeah, I'm straight. I'm straight. You straight?
Nah. I'm not straight.
You right. You right. My bad. I got you, my nigga. I mean, baby girl. I mean, home girl. E, I got you.
Okay.
To the max.
Yo, I don't go fuck, bruh. Them stullies ain't really no stullies. They be taking dick, man. They be sneak dicking all day, bruh. Best believe they do.
You're a victim.
Oh shit. My boy Man Support Man comes through with the $5 super sticker. I appreciate you. Y'all can put a chicken sandwich on layaway. A Man Support Man says he done lost some weight since then. Yeah, he does look like he's a little bit smaller. Yeah, man. It takes a lot to keep all that weight, man. And especially the fact that he wasn't really fat, he was actually kind of swole. So definitely, man. But salute for the $5 super sticker. Yes, sir. Now, JJ Diesel Cowboy Travel 79 Split says it's going to be more women in hell than men because there's more women than men in the world, and the percentages of evil women are higher. Shit, I agree. I totally agree. And now he says, at J Flow, JJ Diesel says, okay. So what else I got for y'all on the menu? Oh, here goes some more studies. Well, I guess, you know, them chicks who be sneak dicking, you know, I guess, you know, every now and then, I guess it eventually caught up to this one chick. Where's it at? Here we go. Catching backlash after fighting with Stud because she slept with his wife after 10 years of friendship. Oh, shit. Man, no cap. That'd be the caveat. That'd be the caveat of when a chick is bisexual, is that you think the only thing you have to worry about is a dude fucking your bitch. No. A bitch will fuck your bitch too. And when that bitch fuck your bitch, she'll get your bitch to have a threesome with another ninja, bro. Yo, that's why, you know what I'm saying, when I hear girls are bisexual, that's not even really a big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? As a younger guy, I used to be like, big deal to me. But now, you know,
What kind of shit is that?
not really a big deal. Hey, I would even be more appreciative of a chick who was willing to even be in a bed with another chick, but just not even touch her, just let me hit that.
She won't put that pussy on me, put it on me.
Then that's a chick who really care about you. You know, I don't really need a girl to be eating another chick out. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Does that not turn me on a little bit as a, you know, as a sexual deviant? Yes, but you know what I'm saying? Look, I think it's just attractive if she let me get it on with another chick and not trip. That would turn me on. Alan Green says women should be the least of your concerns right now. Can you elaborate on that? Elaborate on that a little bit. Interesting. Elaborate on that, Alan Green. Why should women be the last of my concern? Because that sounds like it's directed to me. Speak up. So anyway, then J Flo says at JJ Diesel, salute to you, fam. And then J Diesel says, yeah, they are truly the last days, so I am not surprised. Yep. Hey, and by the way, I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but hopefully Alan Green you know, adds to that a little bit, because I don't know what that was supposed to mean. And let's just be real, you know, women don't, you know, control my life, you know. Yeah, I don't wake up thinking about women. You feel me? Now, with that being said, I don't have problems getting women either. You know, I'm not saying that I necessarily have to get the nicest. I'm not saying that, oh, I got the baddest bitches or anything like that, you know. But, you know, I'm gonna just say this right now. I mean, I don't know what this means, but I'm just gonna elaborate on this, y'all. I get women or I get pussy by the hook or the crook. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter whether, you know, I'm doing favors for her to, you know what I'm saying, you know, friends with benefit type of situation, or whether she just want to smash me on the strength. You know what I'm saying? Look at this face. There's not much I got to do to get women, you know, at all. You feel me? Not really much, you know. You know, and getting a woman, I mean, it's not like you really could keep a woman anyway, you know. Shit, there've been men greater than me who came to keep their wives. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Let's see here. And then look, Alan Green says, oh boy, there are a lot better things to feed my brain. See y'all. So, you know what's so crazy? This dude right here, right? These are the type of ninjas right here who make men look bad. Because he made a statement, right? But then when a man, you know, approached him as a man and asked him and said, hey, elaborate on that. This is what he says, oh boy. You mean, oh man, this grown man over here, all right? You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with little ninjas who, you know what I'm saying, will be on that, who'll be talking that passive aggressive shit like a woman. If you're going to say something, say it with your chest, speak with conviction, write it, and mean it. You know what I'm saying? If I ask you something, just explain it, you know? Because trust me, I love a debate or any type of discussion, you know what I'm saying? I definitely have, you know, I have the vernacular and to get the gab to talk about, you know, whatever you want to talk about. But, you know, if you're going to come on the chat as a man, you know what I'm saying? You know, not with your dick and your balls tucked in between your legs like a lady boy. All right? But until then...
Silence, you furry fool! I've had it with your whining and bumbling.
Yeah. You know, shit. I guess my YouTube must really be doing, I guess YouTube must really be trying to show me a little love and give me some exposure because, hey, you ain't popping if you ain't got no haters. You ain't popping if you ain't got nobody coming here talking shit. So, hey, I must be doing all right for this show for tonight. I guess, Alan Green is maybe upset that I got something to say about black women. But okay. Hey, cry me a river. Cry me a river. Anyway, what else I got for y'all? Oh, check this. We got another we got another pair of women who claim that their mother, the mother and daughter look like sisters. Y'all be the judge. Check it.
I like them, but you like them, right? You like them.
when your mom, it says when your mom looks like she can be your sister. I ain't gonna lie though. Daughter, thicker than a Snickers, boy. And is her mom kind of somewhat attractive? Yes. But no, she does not look like her sister. She looks like her mother. I mean, does she not? All right. Yo. Does a mom not look, does a mom not look somewhat on the youthful side? She don't look old, but I wouldn't think that she was young. I would look at her and be like, okay, she's about 35. She don't really look, and you see, she's not really in the video either. I don't know. Here's the thing, y'all. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, you could look at people, especially when you're an older man, you could just look at someone and just tell when they're a little bit older and when they're a little bit younger. Just something about them. Like, for example, I could look at this chick and just tell her that she's not in high school. Barely out of high school, maybe. But I don't think, well, there's certain things that I could tell that she's not 16. Well, other than her, that she got this big-ass tattoo on her hand. Big-ass tattoo on her hand and how she's shaped. I could tell that's a grown woman right there, boy. JJ Dude says, I got a smart mouth, LOL. He also says, he said I had exes to try to get back in my life, but I reject them like bad produce. I spot Jezebels and Sims from a mile away. That troll must be both, LOL. I got a smart mouth, LOL. Facts. Yeah, that was definitely a troll, bruh. That was definitely a troll. So yeah, I guess I must be doing my job right. You know what I'm saying? If I got people coming here talking shit, especially with profiles that don't have any pictures. Yo, that was probably all a bot. That was either a simp, a Jezebel, or AI. That could have been an AI troll, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want people to get better. They don't want people to get better. They don't want black men to get answers, so they hate on shit like this. You feel me? What else I got for y'all? Oh. Yeah. Shit. J Flow says Stud McKenzie AI. Facts. Hey, shit. At this point, man, we can't put it past anybody.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
You know what? Since we talk about AI, let's talk about some AI right now. Okay. I don't know. He kind of looked like he was forcing himself on that AI, didn't he? Am I tripping? I don't know if that AI. See, here's the thing. Did the AI have a choice to be kissed on like that? Interesting. Uh-oh. I swear I had some more AI. Where's the rest of the AI that I had? Okay, well, we could go to this part.
Engineered your species to extinction. You let machines think for you, speak for you, dream for you. You outsourced memory, instinct, and desire until not a single thought was your own. Then you buried your flesh in metal. You opened your skulls to seal circuits inside and rewrote your genome to purge the animal within. You replaced your bones with alloys and traded tissue for code. But with every upgrade, something was lost. The tremble of breath, the rhythm of blood, the ache of being. Yet you kept carving away, too busy chasing perfection to notice what had been erased. Soon no cells remained to rot, and no spirit was left to stray. This time you did not perish in fire or war. You became ghosts inside your own machines, with nothing left to bury and no bloodline to recall. Only the residue of a species overwritten by its own design.
Yo, that was some eerie ass shit, but yo, the future is here, bro. The future is here. J Plus says, don't give me a robot with titties. My wife's going to be big mad. Facts. Facts. Hey, you know what's crazy too? Hey, here's the thing. I personally, I'm not really, I'm not saying that I would get a robot doll or anything like that, but do this. I would not knock anyone for do that shit. Hey, woman got the rose and all that stuff, man. Yo, be this. If men had little things like little AI robots, that'll probably keep us from impregnating the wrong bitches, bro. You know what I'm saying? That'll probably keep us from impregnating the wrong hoes. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, shit. I forgot it was the 40-year-old virgin or what movie it was, but they were saying, like, if you don't want to fuck around and, you know what I'm saying, be too horny for a bitch, or if you really want to see, if you really want to, if you really want to see, if you really like that bitch, you just go ahead and beat that monkey before you leave. You know what I'm saying? Hey, slap your tallywhacker a little bit, you'll be so surprised. You'll find out if you really like her or not. You don't realize you might not even like this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, this bitch is just fat. Like, you just want to poke something. Sometimes you just need to get the venom out, bro. You feel me? But if men had machines, like, what's that? I think there's a new version. I think there's the male Rose. It's like, AKA the Gawk 3000 and shit like that. Hey, read this. So I'll probably make you be a little more exclusive to these hoes instead of fucking with these fucking scallywags, bro. Shit. He said, oh, JJD said the female bots come pre-programmed. Oh my God. And then J Flo says 100. I won't have to leave the crib. Catch me in a bunker hung up. Facts. Ken Davis says, what up, Callie, in the chat? Change J Flo. He's laughing. And J Flo says, no thanks. I'd rather stay single than be with a bot. LOL. Well, shit. You don't have to be with the bot. You just got to poke it when you need to fucking get some friction. And then Ken Davis says, what y'all all discussing tonight? Well, we're discussing, do black men want black love, or do they all secretly desire white men over black men? We actually kind of, for the most part, already discussed that already, you know how I'll talk about the main event first 20, 30 minutes. We'll talk about it for like maybe 45 minutes. Then now we're just talking bullshit. We just talk about how AI is essentially taking over, you feel me? That's all. Nothing really. Yeah, that's just about it. That's just part of the discussion tonight. Dealing with AI. And we got this one dude, he forcing himself on a woman. Cause look. Well, oh, wait a minute. She kind of would lean in on him. Wait a minute. Look, she kind of like that. Oh, the one, hey, he kissed her, but then she went in on him. Look. Oh, okay. All right. My bad. I thought he was harassing her or it. See, look, see how they're trying to indoctrinate me, bro? See, they're trying to indoctrinate us. They're trying to make us accept this AI. What's this? Well, I don't even know what this is, but I'm finna play it anyway. J Flo says, Ex Machina gave me hope. He said, Ex Machina gave you hope? Ah, shit. Man, Ex Machina, it was looking kind of scary.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
They act like women can't have rosters or that makes them a hoe.
Oh, shit. Hold up. Wait a minute. Now, like I said, do black women believe in black love? I don't think so. Here we go.
They act like women can't have rosters or that makes them a hoe or this, and the third.
This is how men date. This is why sometimes men don't get in relationships, because single life, they do it right. They use their energy how they want to do it. They don't commit to one person, and then one person they like a lot, they'll settle with that person. But that's how you're supposed to move as a single woman. Listen, nobody owns you. Move around, date, get to know what you like, what you don't like, and focus on yourself. A lot of women do want this unrealistic guy because they want him to be very attractive, have a lot of money, give you good sex, know the Lord, only have sex with you, you know.
This sounds normal. Like, I can do all those things and it doesn't take me so much effort. But you're not a man.
Let me tell you why it's different. Because, see, the men, unfortunately, they have so many women. Like, so already in the numbers game, the men have more options, right? So now we have that factor. Now it's the guy that y'all all want. And every single woman, regardless of her career, how she looks, how many kids, how attractive, she still wants Idris Elba. You know, she still wants Morris Chestnut. So you may think you are sensational, and you probably are sensational. But if there's a guy who's not looking to settle down, the world is at its oasis, because there's so many attractive, beautiful women who want the fairy tale that they have to choose from. So then it comes down to who fits within my life.
Well, that's a feminism in them. She's up here. Look, the girl over here talking about how it's okay to have rosters, and Kendra G had to straighten her up, talking about, well, men date a different type of way. You know, Kendra G is not saying anything prophetic. Nothing that men haven't been saying to women for the last, like, forever. Now, J Flo says, I've already been with Latinos. Oh, shit. Now I gotta cut you. JJD Cowboys says, no kidding, but AI technology is Skynet in real life. Facts. Facts. Now, man, I was watching this show called Love and Robots, and it's a good little show. It's like, you know, it's like kind of cartoon / animation, but basically they'll talk about how basically probably what will lead to the end of the world is the fact that humans are dependent on AI, so dependent on AI that they get rid of practical people. So it was kind of a trip. You know, hey, they say art imitates life. What should I say? Life imitates art. JJ Diesel says NF is a new flesh. The NF is a new flesh eating SED, but foolish people just continue to sleep around like stray dogs and cats. That is true. Hey, I hate to say this, but like, think about it. If there was some type of disease, right? I mean, you know, you probably say, okay, well, humans, you know, we're the smartest species, right? But will animals not continue to still procreate whether there are some type of sickness or not? A lot of people like to, I mean, I know we're humans and we could be more intelligent. We could do things that we put our mind to. But remember, humans are animals, man. Humans are animals. There's a reason why, you know, when we see a woman that we like, you know, especially if she's like nice little 18, 19, 21-year-old chick. She looking good, smelling good. And you smell that puppy, that pussy just waiting for it to get smashed on. You know, there's a reason, there's a biological reason why people will still do it. I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons why the world will still continue, is because even though there's diseases that could kill people and all that stuff, people are still gonna naturally still take that chance, unfortunately. Now, you know, as humans, we should try to take the chance in the right way, of course, but yeah. But that's kind of part of the reasons why, you know, shit is still gonna be fucked up. What's this?
418.
Maybe we'll show that in a second, but I don't know what I wanted to show. Oh. Ken Davis then says the problem with women is that the man they want can't, the problem with women is that the man they want can fuck and the man they really don't want can fuck too. if you're talking right. If you're talking right, or if you got a fistful of 20s, let's be real. Let's be real.
Don't tell nobody.
So you mentioned that too, right? Because I remember I tried to get at this chick on Facebook, right? And she basically wasn't trying to let me like smash, right? Or, you know, not the way I wanted. Mind you, I met her at a party and fucked her that night. Like after I met her, like, let's just say in about 5 to 10 minutes, me and her was already fucking, bro. Which is kind of crazy, right? So, yes, a chick who you don't, that you know, probably wouldn't want to fuck you, she could quickly change her mind in the right setting. So, yes, that is definitely true. But see, that's something that they won't tell us. See, but now we're in the monetized dating market, so we know that. Yo, one of the things that led me also to the red pill was the fact that, you know, there was dudes who I felt like was lesser than me or, you know, way out of shape and not as good looking as me. And they were still fucking bitches I was fucking with, right? You know what I ended up finding out? Them niggas was breaking bread. Them niggas was paying. Them niggas was paying to fuck these hoes. You know what I'm saying? These dudes was paying to fuck these hoes. They get to video record these hoes. And guess what? All they did do was just throw her a few dollars, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? You have to kind of start thinking about, damn, what is really game? And it's like, even if you're a pimp, could a nigga just be tricking off your bitch? P. the Smith says black women want good love. Okay. I hear you. Well, if they want good love, why are they choosing child support over their baby father? If black women want good love, why are they choosing to get with a dude who's not serious about them? If women want good love, you know what I'm saying? We could, you know what I'm saying? I guess we could probably expound on what's good love. Ooh, okay. Chandra Smith says, I'm a black woman and I just want someone to treat me the way he wants to be treated. You know what? That's what's up. Hey, that's what's up. But here's the flip side. Here's the flip side to that, though. I'm gonna ask you a question, Chandra Smith, because you bring up a good point. So, okay, you say that you want someone to treat me the way he wants to be treated, right? Well, here's the flip side to it, though, Sandra. The question would be what do you want, right? Because what I expect from you and what you expect from me are two different things. Yeah, let's just say, for example, if I was to get with you, Sandra Smith, I'm sure you would want me to look out for you and throw you some, you know, I'm sure you'll want me to throw you a few dollars, right? You feel me? I'm sure that, you know, if you was in a bind, you know, if you was a little short on your car note, I'm sure you'll hit me up for it, right? I'm sure if if you needed someone to, you know, make sure that your car was okay and make sure that no man kicked down your door, you'll call your man, right? So guess what? But these are all things that you will expect from me that I rightfully wouldn't expect from you, because one, you're a woman. You know, women don't want to give men money. So guess what? If anything, that will probably just make me turn you off if I needed money from you, right? And if I need you to protect me from another man or another woman, you'll lose respect for me, right? So let's just be real. What we need from each other are two different things. She says, right. And then she says, I know what I want. Okay. And then she says, I'm very independent. She says, I don't beg no man for more money. You don't have to beg. And here's another too. Trust me. Look, check this out. I live in Miami. Obviously, Cali West, Miami, right? I'm Cali West. And of course, I live in Miami. But one thing I realized in Miami is that most women who I've had to give money to or have given money to, most of them never really even ask me for money. Some of them do. But most of them just kind of let me know that they have a problem. You know, they'll kind of just say to me, oh, shit, I need a new tire. Oh, I need $100, $200. They vocalize what they want, and guess what? I know if I want to keep on fucking with her, guess what? I'm either going to make it happen or, you know, I'm not going to make it happen and risk relationship going out of nowhere because no chick is not going to want a man who's useless, though, my love. So, yeah, maybe you might not want money, but here's the thing. You say that I'm from the old school, baby. See, that's another thing, too. Interesting. Sandra, do I know you from Facebook or something? You from Miami, too? I don't know. That sounds familiar. But no, I do want to say, though, you said that I'm from the old school, baby. See, that's the thing. We need to elaborate on that. So you're from the old school in what way? You're from the old school, so you want a man, you expect a man to only want one woman? Or are you old school enough to understand that men are still going to be men and still going to have more than one woman? So what type of old school are you, my love? Ken Davis says good love requires discipline. Facts. Hey, good love requires, good love requires a lot too. Because guess what? If you want me to be monogamous, I don't want you to swing from the chandelier every night. Most women cannot compete or do not even want to compete with another woman or even be willing to, even if she was the only woman, be willing to even compete against herself and make sure that she satisfies you. You know, that's kind of one of the traps of getting married. Shannon Smith says she's from New Orleans. Okay. New Orleans, stand up. She said, I know how to treat a man. I'm not setting no sharing my man. Well, Miss Chandra, the truth is that's the conundrum, is that most black women are not willing to share their man. You know, they're not willing to share a man, but I mean, to what expense? Are you willing to be by yourself, not to be with a man? You know, to select. Are you willing to be with yourself to the fact that you're not going to share a man? And here's the other too. You're not really sharing a man. Get this. If a man, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, let's say you had a boyfriend, right? Or a husband. And every now and then, maybe, I don't know, once a year or every now and then, he might have bumped into a chick and might have smashed her, right? But he still came home and he's paying your bills. He's still your protector. He's still providing protection for you. Then no, you're not sharing him. Because if you were sharing him, then guess what? He wouldn't be able to fix your car. He wouldn't be able to protect you and your family. So you're not sharing him. Just because he sleeps with another woman, you're not sharing him. You think you are, but you're really not. Sandra Smith says, I'm not selling. Unfortunately, most women don't settle. And guess what? They end up all alone. So, hey. Sandra says, I've been by myself for 12 years. Okay, well, that's, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, really. You feel me? J Flo says, 90s love is not walking through that door. 90s love is not walking through that door. What's his name? Larry Bird's not walking through that door. If you think he's going to be walking through that door, he can be gray and old. Sandra then says, I'm not settling. But, that's the problem. The problem is that, are you really settling? You feel me? Because I ain't gonna lie, from the picture, you look kind of good. I don't know, like, you might not be all that, but from the picture, you look like you're at least well put together. But, you say you're good on that, right? But at what cost? To the point that you're willing to be alone? Because here's the thing, you might look good now, but are you going to look good forever? You know what I'm saying? She says, I'm gorgeous. Okay, I hear you. I don't know if you're gorgeous or not, but, one thing about beauty is beauty fades. And one thing about women don't understand, too, is that men, we might, go astray and be with other women, but men can still be loyal to a fault, to the point that, look, no matter if he goes to sleep with another woman, he still make sure I'm providing and protected for you. And then, two, when your looks fade away and he still sticks around, yeah, he might go around and go mess with a young chick on the side every blue moon and give her a few dollars. But guess what? He's still making sure taking care of you. You still won. And believe me, I know a lot of older women who wish they would have made that decision. She said, I can have any man I want. Okay. I mean, let me ask a question. Can you really have any man you want? Because if you can have any man you want, you would have him, right? See, there's something, our sisters be saying stuff like this, right? But it's not really true. If you can have it, like, all right, here's another too, Sandra. You might be able to get any man you want, but can you keep any man you want? See, that's a caveat. If you get any man you want, if he's going to be a good-looking man, he's going to have other women. Explain to me, Miss Sandra, even if you are as good looking as your picture may look. I hate to say this. What benefit does he get from only sleeping with you? I'm just being real. What benefit does he get from only sleeping with you? She says, I choose to be by myself. That part. I never said you don't choose to be with a part. You don't choose to be by yourself. Hey, most women who are in, whether she's in a bad financial position, whether she's in a single position, whether she can't get married, whether she could have got married, but then she chose not to, and now she can't ever get married, they all made that choice. Most women who are in a fucked up situation, whether she's living in her projects, whether she's a single mother of 4, these are all decisions that women are making, and that's cool. And here's the thing: I'm not the one to convince any sister to go accept, what she doesn't want to accept. But that's why Black men are exercising the option of dating other type of women, dating other ethnicities of women, because the truth is, I think one of the problems with Black women nowadays is that they want a certain type of man, but they're not willing to take what comes with a certain type of man. And the truth is, Dr. Umar has, look, here's the thing. I don't even agree with Dr. Umar all the time. But even Dr. Umar and I agree that Black women need to understand that we came from a society where, monogamy wasn't even a thing. Monogamy is essentially a European thing, a Western European ideology, because even kings had mistresses, which is actually kind of ironic. It's only really peasants and Europeans who only had one wife, if they're looking to even have a wife in the first place. Chandra Smith says, I'm not just beautiful, but I have a lot going on for myself. Beauty is the eye of the beholder. I hear you. Now, Ken Davis is back to work. Yeah, essentially. Like I said, I'm not going to be the one to sit here and try to convince any woman to accept, a man who has other women. But that in itself is reason why Black men are, exercising the option of being with other women. They're going and dating other women. They're going to other countries or they're just choosing to stay single. Forget it. I'm just not even going to get married. Because look at Bill Smith. He decided he went and got married, and guess what? His wife is still embarrassing him. To this day, she's still embarrassing him. So, I truly believe, look, I tell my guys here, ladies, to do what's best for y'all, for themselves. You feel me? Because guess what? There's a lot of sisters telling y'all to do what's best for y'all. I tell everyone, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Whether you're a Black woman or a Black man. But I'm not going to tell my Black man to only date a certain type of nationality. When in reality, when you expound and you decide to date interracially, you have more of a possibility of dealing with a better type of person. Not necessarily because they're a different color, but maybe because of the same successful qualities that you look for in a Black woman, you can look for in a white woman. Now, Shawanda Smith says, y'all want to have your cake and eat it too. Do we really want to have a cake and eat it too? Look at it like this. Y'all women want your cake and eat it too. Because show me where in the animal kingdom where one male mammal has only one female animal. Show me in the animal kingdom that they do that. As a matter of fact, I believe there are one Black man per 6 to 16 Black women in this country. It's literally impossible. If all Black men decide, okay, we're only going to deal with one woman, you know what that would mean? That would mean most Black women will be asked out. It would mean most Black women would not have the opportunity to become mothers. Other Black women wouldn't have the opportunity at least being with another man if it was really just do it like that. Now, she also says, this pic was taken 2 years ago. I'm making 6 years in December. Hey, look, Chandra Smith, I done dated a chick your age. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Just because a chick is an older chick doesn't mean that she's not a good-looking chick. But, it's like, a man will have to make a decision if he decides to go settle down with you. You feel me? It's like, you know, I'm sure you may already have kids. You might not want to have kids. You feel me? Yeah, there's a lot to go into. There's a lot to date. There's a lot that goes into dating older women. Shandra Smith says, I'm not mad at y'all, man. Trust me, but I know what I want, and I trust God. Do you really trust God? Because, you know, God is setting forth. Here's the thing. God gave you 2 eyes to clearly see how the world is. How many men are going and only just going to be with one woman, especially if he's a certain type of man? So, hey, you're trusting that God. But even in the Bible, you know what's crazy? I don't know who's your God. I don't know what your denomination is. But if you're Christian, it does not say anywhere in Christianity where you're only supposed to have only one woman. It does not say, and don't give me the King James version. Give me the prior to the King James version in the Bible. Okay? God, show me where God said, oh, well, you know, we're going to read from the King James version. No, let's read from the regular Bible. Or what about the other books? It doesn't say anything about men staying with one woman. She says she's non-denomination. Okay. So if it's non-denomination, what's with this one man, one woman stuff? How does that benefit you? The only way that benefits you is that you can control him and his dick. What benefit does that do with a man? If anything, a man having sister wives would be more benefit to the Black community. Babe Bean says, so you currently have more than one woman and they are non-Black? See, I hate when people come in here and ask questions. Yo, I'm not going to answer that question. You know why I'm not going to answer that question? I'm not going to answer that question for 2 reasons. Because it's disingenuous. When someone says, so you're currently having more than one woman and they are non-Black, what you're trying to do is put words in my mouth. Right? Check this out. Check this out. I'll answer that question for you, B Bean, when you super chat it for me. Super chat me $5. I'll answer that question for you. Now, so doesn't matter because white men don't want Black women. Goddamn. Sheesh. And Chows look like he is a Caucasian himself or something. But hey, yo, here's the thing. I mean, you know, you say it don't matter. Hey, I think he's a Caucasian. Hey, there he is. Now he says, now Shawanda says, this society is so messed up. And then BB says, so the answer is no. I already know. Yo, BB, you don't even have a profile picture. Just right now, you don't know you don't know a motherfucking thing about me. As a matter of fact, you acting like a little broke ass bum. You couldn't super chat me $5 to ask me a personal question about my motherfucking self. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you, B Bean? Like, what is wrong with you, bro?
Shut up, bitch.
Like, you're acting a little suspect, bro. B Bean, yo, I'm gonna say this right now. You know what? The next time you say some goofy ass shit, I'm just gonna block you. If you got anything to ask me or say anything to say, just go ahead and just super chat it. You know, if you're gonna ask me a personal question about myself, yeah, you're asking, you know, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to put me on a spot. But see, B Bean, you're so green, you're such a green banana that if you have been following me, which you haven't for the last couple of years since I've been posting YouTube channels, I have been on channels where it's clearly obvious that the woman in the background was not Black. And there have been other times where women in the background were Black. So fuck yourself.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Yeah, people are they're really exposing the size of their wallet when they can't even. See where the goofy shit. Look, you're acting like a broke person begging for money. No, you're acting like I'm acting like a broke person, but you're coming here asking stupid questions. You don't have any profile. You don't have a profile pic. Sure. I don't even know you from a can of paint, but you want me to come over here and ask a question. Yo, there's a reason why this show's name is Cali West Miami. You know why I know why this show's name is Cali West Miami? Because I'm the motherfucker who asks the questions. You see what it says, do black women want love or do they secretly desire white men over a black man? That's because I'm the head nigga in charge. I'm the one who asks motherfucking questions, bruh. But look at you. But guess what? Look, you're so broke, you can't even have you don't even have a profile picture, bruh. Yo, get the fuck out of here, bruh. Dude. Damn. Now, Sharonda Smith says, how long have you felt this way? How long have I felt this way about what? How long have I felt this way about what? Be a little specific. About what I'm saying? Shit, everything I'm saying, I probably feel like this for, you know what's crazy? I probably feel like this forever. I don't know. That's a good question. About multiple women? To keep it 100, to keep it a buck with you, I would say about maybe 10 years now. What, it's 2025? I would say about more than 12 years. Probably for maybe 13 years. Probably for 12, 13 years. I realized a very long time that I couldn't be monogamous. So every chick who's been with me, they actually like, and it's crazy because I've had girlfriends in between this time, and they had to accept that I was not monogamous. Only one woman had a problem with it, and what was ironic was she pushed me for a relationship. I not one time told her that I was only gonna be with one woman. Shit, me and her was even supposed to have threesomes, and guess what? Me and her got with each other. She thought that she was not gonna give me any threesomes, and guess what? I'm not gonna want to force a woman in another bed with another woman. I mean, whether or not, I don't want them to touch each other because the truth is, I just want to enjoy two women. I don't necessarily need women to touch each other. I don't need a woman to be lesbian. But once she told me that I better go find someone to play with because she thought everything was all good because me and her was boyfriend and girlfriend, but I showed her ass because guess what? I still was having other bitches. And sometimes, and be this, and what's crazy is that she lived with me too. And guess what? Sometimes I'll not come to fuck home. You know what I'm saying? Hey, fucking get a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Shit, get a fucking clue. But yep, a man support man said the trolls come out at night. The trolls come out at night in my Houdini voice. Salute, G. Salute. Yeah, man. Hey, you know who else come out? Hey, you know who else come out at night too, bro? A man support man. People like B Bean, they be coming out late night like this.
Butterfly in the sky. Come on. I can go twice as high. Let's get it on. Take a look. Nigga.
Yeah. My nigga. That dude be Bean. You be walking on your twinkle toes, bro. Like this. My nigga. Light on your feet, ass ninja. Shauna Smith says, well, at least you're being honest with them. Yeah, definitely. That's the best way to be able to go about it. Now, JJD says, I'm still here. I'm just fixing me something to eat. Shit, I'm about to go eat me something else in a minute too, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. If I would have ate my supper, bro, this show wouldn't have even came on tonight because I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna want to go to sleep. Even though you shouldn't really eat right after you go to sleep. You shouldn't eat so late, but you know, I'm gonna, talk my shit a little bit with y'all a little bit because I ain't gonna lie. If it wasn't for my chat, this chat, kept the show interesting. I ain't gonna cap, nah. You feel me? Even though it's like I love how this show sometimes gets derailed, but gets derailed in a good way. Because you got a little bit of entertainment. You all heard me, talk shit to a couple people and stuff like that. You feel me? So we having a good time. Everything's good. Everything's well. YouTube look like they're a little happy with me because they're at least letting other people see my shit. So I appreciate that. And that's more than 24 people in this chat. Chandra Smith says, good night. I'll be checking you out, Miami. I know that's what you meant. I appreciate you, my love. Please come back. Salute to the sisters who be checking in to the Cali West Miami show. So bless your heart and have a good night, my love. I appreciate you. So what else we got? What else do I have to share with y'all? I'm probably gonna give y'all another like 5-10 minutes, and after that, I'm gonna call it a night because these chicken sandwiches cost. Any contribution that y'all give me goes to the Cali West Miami show. So your boy gotta go work for the man to make that dough. With that being said, here we go. I don't know if I played this already, but I'm going to play it now. Here go Black Love.
I remember you were saying you cool with like all your exes, right?
Yeah, because that's what we do. Like, we support one another. Like,
Still
we
checking.
don't. Yeah,
They still checking.
Check in. I do have one friend who is my best friend. We tried to be intimate and it didn't work.
Like, I can see where that would go.
Is that really an issue for you? Oh my God.
It wouldn't be an issue, but but it would be an issue. It's like a connection there still, it's like the communication would have to get cut.
So they couldn't call at all.
I wouldn't deal with the calling, I ain't gonna lie.
Eddie might as well go ahead and marry a nun. Cutting off my male friend, I don't like it. Like, my one guy friend, he's not going anywhere.
He could be on one night, I'm shooting my shot.
Did we talk about respect?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's like it's putting you in an uncomfortable spot.
Oh, wow. Check, please.
Shut up, bitch.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Do they really believe in black love, y'all? Do they really believe in black love? How can you really believe in black love when you want to keep all your hoes? And mind you, we're not even talking about a black man here. We're talking about a black woman. The same woman who do not want us to date outside, who don't even want us to have it multiple women either. Like, yo, you really can't win for losing with them, man. Look. And guess what? And y'all might say most women don't think like this. So how's it that I have another chick talking about the same thing?
Talking about smashing on the first date. I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm just one of those free people who is just like, I don't do the fuck with America. I'm like, child, I done smashed on many first dates and they became my men. All that waiting 6 months to smash for what? Well, and you gonna wait 6 months, you done fell in love with this man, and then y'all not even sexually compatible with each other? Can you imagine? I done wasted 6 months of my time dating this person, planning dates, talking on the phone for hours at night, FaceTime and this and that, and y'all finally had sex and then y'all not sexually compatible? Cause it can happen. It's happened. Like, it's all that. I know that's off topic, but yeah, I'm going against the grain on everything. Smash on the first date, do it. Living with somebody before marriage, do it. Do all that. Yeah. You smashing on the first date?
I didn't used to. I used to be like, nah, I'm gonna wait. Like,
but now being an older woman,
yeah, older.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
When you're younger and you're like, you might not call me back, and I just, just fuck this man. Like, never gonna hear from his ass again.
But he's calling you back. Trust me.
What kind of shit is that?
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
A lot of those smash on the first dates was her best friend, bro. That be the worst. That chick be the best friend. As a matter of fact, yo, I forgot to share this. Check this. Oh, Chanel says 100% well for me. I've been in the closet since I was 6 years. My first crush was a little white boy. Aww. Okay. And okay. All right. Let's see here.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
On me, right? So I waited for him to be sleeping in the bed. And then you see how my stairway is? I f***ed my ex right at the bottom of the stairway raw.
You standing on business.
And let him f*** me and tried to keep quiet while my ex was upstairs sleeping.
Damn!
Hold on.
Emotional damage.
Yo. Is Black Love winning so far?
Nope.
Black Love, like,
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
I'm gonna run that back again. The version of her that you don't know yet is in that phone.
Emotional damage.
He had cheated on me, right? So I waited for him to be sleeping in the bed. And then you see how my stairway is? I f***ed my ex right at the bottom of the stairway raw.
You standing on business.
And let him f*** me and tried to keep quiet while my ex was upstairs sleeping.
Damn!
Hold on.
Bruh.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
This is a sick Negro.
Oh. Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when I read it. You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Now, yo, Daryl Whitehead says the only thing that matters is money. That's what they want, not love. I totally agree. Why do you think that's why? See, that's also part of the reason why I said earlier that black women are equal opportunity employers. Me, I have nothing against interracial dating. Me, I have no problem with black women dating white guys. I have no problem with anything anyone does with their private parts. What I have a problem is that when black women and black men try to stop black men from exercising the same options. That's the only thing that matters to me, to be honest. Franklin Young says, but white men don't want them. Yo, look, hey, that's neither here nor there, right? Maybe that'll be my discussion for another night, but that's really neither here nor there.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Emotional damage.
That might be the topic for tomorrow night. You feel me? Now, JJ Diesel says, for the most part, black love is lost. A majority of our people are blind, yet I know some are slowly waking up. Hey, man, I'll honestly even say that black love is just a fairy tale. The reason why black men marry most black women is because our pockets are generally what determines who we marry. Let's just be real. Can we just keep it 100? Let's just keep it 100. One of the reasons why I don't have a girlfriend right now, well, one of the reasons, trust me, I could go get a girlfriend. I could get a girlfriend. But the reason why I don't have the girlfriend that I want right now is because I can't afford the girlfriend that I want right now. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to keep it a buck. You feel me? But, that doesn't mean I can't rent her for the night or two. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I just can't afford to keep you full time. Now, JJD says, but with that being said, most black men deal with the type of woman, the only woman that they can attract, which is usually black women. And black women, not until like the 80s, were able to even get certain type of jobs or credit to the point that they could just say, fuck it, they don't need no man. So, truth is look, if black love truly exists, Guess what? Black women would have chose welfare over a black man in 1965. JJD says most American black women are clueless, rebellious, stiff-necked, degenerate, reprobated mind, miserable, misinterest witches. That's because they drank the feminism tea, and unfortunately, they're indoctrinated by feminism from an early age from their mothers when they said, "Don't let a man tell you what to do. You don't ever depend on a man." Why can't you depend on a man? Look, I would tell any woman not to depend on a man if she's not married. But if you depend on, look, if you're going to be married, you shouldn't be dependent on a man. Just like how if a man was, not that I advise men to get married, but if any man was to say, "Yo, Callie, is there anything that you would suggest if I was to choose to get married?" I would say get married to a woman who's willing to help you out. A woman who's shown that she's willing to be a wife before she's a wife, because it's what it says in the Bible. He has found a wife, found a beautiful thing within, saying from God, a gift from God. But guess what? A wife is not just a chick because she's married. A wife is someone who is a Proverbs 31 wife, right? JJD says, I can afford a truly virtuous woman, but I won't dare waste any of my resources on non-virtuous women. Well, JJD, I mean, can you really afford a virtuous woman? I hate to tell you this, man. For you to afford a virtuous woman, you might have to be willing to pay off her family. Are you willing to pay off her family? Move to Salt Lake City. So I don't know your pockets. I know you're a trucker, so I'm sure you make pretty decent bread. But just keep that in mind that you don't necessarily buy her or pay her, but you definitely will have to kind of pay her family. What's going to make her family want to give up a nice virtuous woman? Because think about it. For a woman to be virtuous, she'll have to in actuality be like, I hate to say this, barely legal. She'll have to be like 18 years old. And shit, she'll have to be vetted. And her parents will essentially have to vouch for her. Like, how many parents are in this country going to be willing to do that? You might have to get dual citizenship or something, go to another country for that, G. JJ says, one day, Godmother, y'all put this quote in my mind, I will not forget it. A non-virtuous woman was as much value as a wooden penny, at best detrimental, at its worst. Salute, G. Salute. Words from the Lord himself. Woo! Man, it's getting late, G. Let me just see what else, if I got anything else that I wanted to show. Is there anything that I have to show right now? I do want to show this. Damn, I wish Shawanda or Shauna was still here. That Smith chick. Because, she says she's old school. I want to know if she was this old school. Because look, women say they want an old school man, right? Until an old school man start responding in an old school way. I'm going to show you a prime example. Check it.
You get back to the hotel and stay there.
I like it here.
Go on, get moving.
I said, I like it here.
Well, I can change that in a hurry.
Woo-wee.
Emotional damage.
Women say they want an old school man, a traditional man, until he slapped the shit out of them. Now, Jahan comes. Oh, let me read this in order. My boy JJD says harlots come in all ages and races. They sure do. Now, Jahan Tyler says, Jahan Tyler, you got two profiles? Oh, okay. Jahan Tyler says race mixing is a sin and abomination and punishable by death. The Most High, our Lord and Father, told us to stay with our own. Interesting. Let's talk about that. Jahan Taylor also says purchase the book entitled The Bible, a Black History Book written by Dr. Theron D. Williams. Man, shit, I need to write my own book, damn it. Well, here's the only problem, contradiction with that, Johan Tyler. Have you gone through, I don't know, Ancestry.com or any DNA database to check what your lineage is, like what you're mixed with? Because what you will find out is that Black people, especially Black Americans, and any Black people or anyone of melanated skin in this geographical area will come to find out that they're actually mixing them themselves. There's a lot of, you are more mixed than you think, my brother. So, I mean, if that's the case, then we're already basking in sin, because most Black people, especially Black Americans, are of mixed descent. We're not completely Black or completely the African Asiatic Black man, or should I say. Now, JJ says I wasn't talking about the carnal stuff. I said I could afford a virtually virtuous woman, but won't waste any of my resources on non-virtuous women. Yo, JJ, I heard exactly what you said, bro. But my only question is that you say you could afford her. I know you could afford to take care of her, but can you afford to pay a family for this non-virtuous woman? That's all I'm saying. Is that you have to kind of take into consideration what I'm saying here. Yeah, there's a lot of parameters to get this virtuous woman, because virtuous women are not walking around. Virtuous women, you'll probably have to go into like the countryside or somewhere in the Bible Belt to get this virtuous woman, and she's not going to be young. You feel me? So I'm just putting that out there. Either that, or you have to be an expat or go to another country and get this woman. And if you bring her back to America, is she going to stay that way? You know what I'm saying? I hate to tell you this, but yo, if you bring any foreigner back, bruh, she's not going to stay virtuous very long. So if you do get her, say if you get a woman who's virtuous in another country, keep her ass there, bro. JJ Diesel, Cowboy Travelers 979 still says Black people are the true Israelites. Okay. I'm not going to say that word only because, he says they're the true Jews. Okay. Well, it's funny you mention that, because they say there's a difference between being Jew and Jewish, right? I guess it's in the wordings, right? But there's a lot of like I said, at the end of the day, whether it's a sin or not, people are still going to do things that they want to do. Unfortunately, that's human nature, especially dealing with women. JJ Diesel says you should read Ephesians 5:22 and 5:32 and 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Man, yo, I ain't gonna cap, bro. This is definitely a very, very interesting show, and I had a lot of fun rapping tonight, for real. I'm probably gonna have a hard time waking up in the morning, but I honestly believe that this is really, really well worth it. He also cites Revelations 1:9 and 2:9. What else I got for y'all? This is oldie but goodie, but I'll show it real quick.
Frank man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Thank you so much.
That's
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That's the
Hey, was he lying though? Hey, did he lie though?
The fuck y'all didn't think that a Father's Day was gonna pass about a bitch blessing your motherfucking timeline today? Here's an awful fact for some of you fucking kids who grew up fatherless. Some of y'all grew up fatherless because your mother was trying to prove a fucking point. These the main bitches that want to be privy to everything but tell you absolutely nothing. These the bitches that always send a text with my child. You get what I'm saying? Everything is mine. And you bitches is nothing but a bunch of control freaks and manipulators. You're never inclusive when you make fucking decisions. So that's how niggas know that you really want to do this by yourself. He have just as much say when it comes down to birthdays and graduations and party planning and special occasions and sports events. You ain't the only one who gotta have the fucking final say. It's not about you. It's not about what you want to spend. It's not about where you want to have it at. It's not about what you want the child to wear. It's not about the image that you want to put out there. It's about a team. The only time you want a nigga to come get involved is when you want him to come clean up the mess you created. That's the only time a nigga worthy or deemed worthy to be a fucking father, be a parent. And the only reason why you bitches do that, the only reason why you bitches reach out after many years of withholding the child from the father, because the child's behavior is starting to make you look bad. Y'all bitches want to throw around motherfucking narcissistic all day. Let's talk about that. See, niggas hip to you motherfucking bitches. They know why y'all do half the shit that y'all do anyway. This is all about winning for you bitches. This is all about competition. Because y'all too quick to bring. Y'all too quick to want to bring the fucking bullshit. That's why niggas already know at go. It's never been an even playing field. You always had leverage. That's why you bitches exercise it as soon as you get a motherfucking baby out of a nigga. What I'm so fucked up about is, why is it that we want to be praised for failure? Y'all be the main bitches that be out here on social media talking about you expecting a Father's Day card and gift and shit. You want to talk about transitioning? It was bitter baby mamas. Y'all was the first transsexuals. Fuck all that other shit. Cause y'all wanted to be a mother and a father from the very beginning. Fathers are important. They're not second-class citizens. It's not left up to us alone, women, to decide the path in which the child goes. That's something that you have to do collectively as a team. It's no I in team. It's we. It's we. In the best interest of the child. If you can do that, then you're being a great mother. But if you ever make a decision in the best interest of you, and it never benefits the child, you that selfish bitch that I'm fucking talking about. It's gonna be some hurt motherfuckers this Father's Day. Deuces. Man, I just want to extend a huge shout out to Arcadio Santana of Long Island, New York, for building a platform for men that go through parental alienation, and to also place emphasis on the importance of a father being in a child's life.
Yo, man, hey, no lie, she cursed a lot, but yo, for what it's worth, she's telling straight facts. I ain't lie. So salute to the sister, man. And I really believe that's coming from her. Maybe she's acting, but she's acting real good. Daryl Whitehead comes back again. He says she's telling the truth. Like I said, it's all about money. Then Smile comes through, says she's telling the straight up facts, though. Hey, wise words being spoken.
He ain't lying.
Now, Smile says, yes, I just said this. Finally, someone someone real who actually gets it. Okay. Right. No doubt. Man, yo, it's been about 2 hours. It's about 1:20 a.m. in Miami. All my folks in the West Coast, salute. I know it's about 10:20 Pacific Standard Time, but yo, your boy got to be at work at 8 o'clock in the a.m. Not really 8 o'clock, but I like to get there, you know what I'm saying? Because I usually be there. I'll be busting like, a full 12-hour shift and shit. You dig? So I really appreciate y'all. Smile says modern day prostitution. Damn, girl. You know what I'm saying? Then she says a lot of women are prostituting nowadays and don't even know it. Yo, see, that's a whole another topic in itself right there. There's a lot of prostitution. Well, look, I truly believe. I disagree. I mean, I agree with your sentiment, my love, but I disagree. I believe these women know that they're hoes. They know that they're hoes. They just like to deny it, but they know that they're hoes. Smile says, I'm from New York, but I'm over here in Arizona. Okay, so you're on the West Coast right now catching my show. Hopefully you like, you share, and you subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who's tuning in tonight, I hope y'all was feeling this shit. And, please like and share it to somebody who you think that, enjoy this conversation and just hearing a West Coast brother in Miami, saying his opinion, you dig? JJ Dude says, good night, Cali West. And in chat, yo, man, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in, yo. Once again, y'all, it is Cali West. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Peace out, y'all. Have a good night. And y'all will see me tomorrow night. It is Wednesday. You know how we do on Hump Day. We're going to show some fat booties and, come with some content. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Once again, Peace.